Lopez and Andre jump it up, and Lopez wins the tip. On top to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Middleton against Glenn Robinson. Tough fall away from the baseline, but he got nothing but sweet string music there. Reggie Bullock's out with that ankle. Reggie Jackson with a show and go move, gets to the basket, dishes to Dre, hooks it and hits it. 5-4.
Good job by Reggie of penetrating, keeping his composure and his vision before dropping that off to Andre.
Middleton gets the screen from Lopez, back to the big man who touches it up and in. To save it off Andre, but the Pistons come up with it. They kept it inbounds. Blake to the basket. No, Andre taps it in. He's been up and down as a three-point shooter, mostly down, but sounds like he's never made them. Position rebound for Lopez, not known for his rebounding. Catches on the perimeter, fires for three, and it's through.
What's he known for?
Neither scored 10. Bucks lead 15-8.
Lopez doesn't have a quick first step, but the threat of that outside shot is what allows him to slow walk it inside.
Blake against Ersan Ilyasova. Good screen from Andre. A mean screen, and on the pick and roll, Andre jams, hits the deck, draws a foul.
That was willing to accept that little pull-up mid-range shot, then Middleton.
He's 4 for 5 for 8 so far. Luke Kennard shot right down the middle.
He didn't waste any time, did he?
Well, the Pistons needed it. It's 21-16 Milwaukee. 3:20 left in the first. Bledsoe on the drive and the scoop and the score off the high glass. George Hill with the basketball. Screen from Ilyasova. Foul line gun goes for Hill. Blake from the corner, fires, fills it. Clock at 10. Connaughton comes to double, pass in the paint. Gets away from Bruce Brown. Bledsoe to Connaughton to the basket, hooks it, hits it.
You know, the Pistons on
Kyrie Thomas and Zaza Pachulia off the bench to start the second. Thomas with a shot from distance, and he drained. Giannis in the post now against Stanley Johnson. Connaughton with the drive, gets to the basket, scoops and scores. Almost had to call it. Zaza screens for Stanley Johnson. Fires, fills it up. Nice job by Stanley. He's comfortable. And the Pistons trim the lead to 2.
This might be Stanley's night. He's got a three-pointer to go and a very tough runner there.
Chris Middleton to forecourt. Bledsoe turns that corner. A no-looker to Antetokounmpo for a dunk.
Looking for him often. Here's Bledsoe. Here's your penetration along the baseline. Pistons defense collapses. There's a little gap right there. Here comes Giannis Antetokounmpo. Has to be a scoring threat. Good to see Bruce Brown put it on the floor and get to the basket.
Lob inside. Antetokounmpo lays it over the iron. Bruce Brown bounces to Blake against Wilson. Show and go move by Blake to the basket, scoops and scores.
Ooh, what a pump fake.
Made it look easy. That's going to be short to Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe with the basketball. Middleton with the drive. Hook on the run, and he hits it off the high glass. Wayne Casey upset about a no call. Lopez screens for Hill. Connaughton triples. Now Reggie Jackson works against Giannis Antetokounmpo. Andre with a screen. Reggie's free, sends it and scores it. Connaughton with a drive. Flips it up from in front and fills it up.
And they lost to Oklahoma City when they had 70 points in the second half.
Pistons you'd think would be strong in this one because of their rest after the road trip.
Always good to see Ben.
Blake shot won't drop. Andre gets it back, scoops it, and scores it. 4 seconds till halftime. Robinson's pass ends up in the hands of Langston Galloway, and then Reggie Jackson with the long gun that goes. Scoop, no. Rebound, Blake Griffin. Blake flying to forecourt. Looks down the lane, gets to the rim, hooks on the run, hits it. 8-point game. This is Langston Galloway with a rebound. Glenn Robinson into the lane, pass up top, picked off by Snell. Bledsoe to the basket. Blake Griffin thought about the three. Lost the handle. Bledsoe again, barrel into the basket. Behind him to Giannis Antetokounmpo. 8-55.
George, what you clearly see demonstrated by the Bucks on defense, you cannot hesitate with.
Stanley to the lane. Deep to Gray for a dunk.
Nice breakdown by Stanley. He did a lot there before giving it up. He occupied several defensive players out there for the Bucks.
Tony Snell lobs to Lopez. Look at that. Blake finds Reggie, back to Blake. Spins on Middleton. Clock at 5 for Stanley. Johnson knocked it down. Huge hoop for Stanley. Antetokounmpo spins on Andre. Hooked it on the way down and hit it. He and Ilyasova and George Hill are the bench brigade for the Bucks. It's been tough tonight. Hill's open. Triples.
Wow.
Wide open.
Wow. They reversed it at the very last second, and you saw the result. There was no Piston on that side of the floor. Hill had time to pose and take a picture before shooting.
Sometimes that's too long, but
for many,
it worked. Reggie Jackson rocks it against Middleton. Tries to inch by him, does. The shot is down as he hits the 6. For Luke Kennard, the clock's at 2. Guns on the run, it goes. In and out and back in again.
I like the poise.
Luke has 10.
I like the poise of Stanley with a dwindling clock to make an extra pass. And Luke didn't just fire up the ball to get it out of his hands. He made a move and got a higher percentage shot.
George Hill with a pro move there.
Heads up catch that time by Andre, but Luke broke the defense down to help set it up. 4-point game here.
Antetokounmpo to the basket. How did he do that? And top side of the Greek Freak, chased it down at the timeline. Clock at 5, spins to the paint, hangs and guns and it goes.
Well, George,
what do you do about that?
Very near the basket to score.
Makes it 7 straight for Milwaukee. Bruce Brown to the basket. Nice scoop and score for Bruce. Tony Snell and Giannis Antetokounmpo for the Milwaukee Bucks. They bounce it inside, and Pistons have one extra defender. Now he'll catch up. Dish it to Bledsoe, who buries it. Misses, rebound Connaughton. Snell turns and fires and fills it.
Thomas on the floor and Reggie Jackson, who's been hot in this game, all in an effort to try and get some points for the Pistons, but got to get some defensive stops first.
Blake Griffin barrels to the basket, sets up Zaza Pachulia. Zaza to the rim for the score.
Blake was driving to the hoop. That's the thing that frustrates you, yeah.
Bledsoe to the basket, scores, draws a foul. Up to Zaza, who finds Thomas in the corner. Kyrie misses. Reggie for 3 from the top, and it drops. Reggie Jackson too deep for the triple. It's off the rim. Stanley Johnson. Luke Kennard from the corner. He hits it. 8. Still life for the Pistons. Just over 4 to play. Giannis Antetokounmpo fires, fills it. Reggie Jackson taps it to Andre. Luke Kennard to the rim. Scores it off the square. Averaged 30 in the month of January. Has 17 so far. Bledsoe steals and stuffs. Sends it now outside to Stanley Johnson. Shot clock at 10. Stanley turns to the basket. In front to Gray for a dunk. It's 0.3 of a second. Pistons inbound the ball. Stanley Johnson's long gun doesn't go.